Welcome everybody to the third and least important part of Sperm Talk. Now, in my segment, we're going to be talking about syntax and diction. To keep this from getting boring, I've asked my audience to randomly throw things at me extremely hard. If they don't, that is their fault. He can't throw. Okay, so syntax defined by Merriam-Webster is the way in which linguistic elements are combined to form constituents. Now, we all know this by this point, or hopefully we do. And if you don't, you might want to leave the class. But the importance of syntax is extremely evident. It's the heart and soul of your writing. Every author has a unique syntax that gives their stories a certain tone, pacing, characterization that's unique to them. And so very rarely you're going to find authors with the same syntax. Now, you might have noticed, for an example, how we had the plant, the almighty ingenious plant, the only being with a 5,000 IQ. He had very sophisticated, he was long flowing sentences, incredible diction. But then you had Grace, short, choppy, no rhythm, almost as if she was a 5-year-old. Now, you also may have noticed that they both chose to use the word plant. It's a similarity in diction there. And now, you may be wondering about diction. You may be wondering, why is diction so important? Well, the reason diction is so important is because diction can be used to create pacing along with tone in your story. So an example would be, instead of just saying, I decorated my room for a very simple, low-level syntax, you could say, I festooned my room with a plethora of holiday decor. The same sentence, basically, but one of them is obviously more collegiate and creates more of a vivid scene. Now, you may be wondering other ways you can speed up or slow down your syntax. Now, to slow down, pose ideas, or create some suspense in your stories, you can use chiasmus, periodic sentences, stream of consciousness, polysyndeton, or even delayed adjectives. But to speed up your syntax or create rhythm, you can use a syndeton, stream of consciousness, and parallel structure. Obviously, you can use these things for other things, but for simplifying them, these are two good categories for these two. Now, for my last 30 seconds before I wrap my segment up, I just wanted to give you all a Hobson choice as I walk around admiring how beautiful some of these big plants can be. Now, I know some of you are charlatans, quixotic, or, even Philistines by nature, but those aren't, please listen. If you want your plant to grow up, to not be tawdry, to not be milquetoast, or in a constant state of pandemonium, you'll refrain from speaking Jabberwock. You want your plant to tantalize the next generation. Don't mess that up by picking poor syntax or poor vocab. Thank you all for your time.